Hey guys, it's Graveyard Graham. Welcome back to the Midnight Ride. I do not want to go to work today. Ugh, this blitzing winter storm has been ugly and nasty, and I hate it. Um, so I haven't been posting as much over here or on the main channel, and I realized this week it's because last year I got into a rhythm where I would record in the car, and then when I got to work after I did my walk around on my truck, fire up the engine, and the thing had an air leak on it, and the shop wouldn't fix it. And it would take a good 4 or 5 minutes, probably better, to air the system up, get the suspension filled, and then be able to drive the truck over to the trailer and hook it up. And during that time, I would edit together the video and upload it to YouTube. And I just found a way to make that time work. Well, a couple of weeks ago, they gave me a brand new tractor, and now I don't have that 5 minutes where I get to edit and upload a video. I am not complaining because the tractor solves a lot of other headaches, and it is awesome, and I love it. But that's just got a lot to do with why I'm not posting so much. And yeah. Anyway, this is definitely going to be a second channel video because it's more of an airing of annoyances. I feel like there's not as much on YouTube that I like to watch or listen to anymore. For a while there was stuff that I could just listen to and hear it out, but I've unsubscribed from a lot of those channels just because I realized that there wasn't much of anything of substance to them. Some of the historical ones are more digestible, but other than that, I realize overall I've just been using YouTube as a podcasting app because that's all I more or less have time for. Every once in a while I'll sit down and watch a video with my kids. But in addition to that, or alongside that, I guess, the tenor of it has just become negative. And I don't know how long I've been on this, but I feel like I've really actively been trying to avoid that negativity over the last couple of months, maybe over the last year or so. Over on the main channel, I reviewed some of Michael Crichton's books, and there were a couple that I had objectively negative things to say about. But the point is to be honest, but also be seeking out the things that I like and the things that I want to say good things about, not force myself to say something good about something I didn't enjoy, but not actively seek to make content about stuff I didn't enjoy, if that makes any sense. My friend Ryan English had a book come out this week called The Land of Broken Roads. It is a lit RPG. For that reason, I am not going to read it. I have discovered over the years I'm not a lit RPG reader. There have been a couple that I've enjoyed. Other than that, 9 times out of 10, when I'm reading a lit RPG, I am forcing myself to read it. And I don't want to do that. I privated probably 3 of my top 5 videos on the main channel in terms of views and interactions and stuff, just because they got that way by getting a response out of people because I was negative about something, and one of them was the lit RPG rant. Graham hates lit RPG. I don't want to put that out in the world. There are plenty of people doing that. And there's a big difference between something like, the fandom response to how Disney handled Star Wars and a regular reader stumbling onto a subgenre that occupies a Venn diagram space where he's only in one circle of it. I'm not an RPG player, so it doesn't make so much sense for me to jump into this space and be like, oh, this sucks. To me it sucks, but I also don't get it because I'm not doing half of the work to appreciate it. It would be like, me complaining about any other niche subgenre of stuff. It's not for me. It's not mainstream. It's got a huge audience, whatever. I thought that I, as a sci-fi or fantasy reader, would be able to appreciate it and enjoy it. There were only a couple of them where that was the case. I'm going to leave it at that. But on the off chance that you yourself are a lit RPG reader, go ahead and check out Ryan English's book. He and his brother both read lit RPG, and his brother has one that I read a couple of years ago. I gave it 3 out of 5. The missing 2 is just because of the normal things that I don't like about lit RPG, the occasional stat and navel gazing and stuff. But whatever. I'm tired of everything being blah. And on a week like this, where we've got Winter Storm Kingston, was that the name of it? Just being cold and exhausting, and me being completely devoid of energy and like going to bed tired and waking up sore. Like the things that give me respite and animus are usually books, stories, channels, whatever, like things that I enjoy along the way. And I feel like there are fewer and fewer of those. I don't want to be critical of stuff simply for the sake of being negative about it. Like, criticism and analysis have a valuable role to play, but there's a darker undercurrent when you're just constantly trying to get people revved up and riled up so that you can hold their attention and then, in a monetized space like YouTube, charge them for it. I'm never going to stop being able to compare that to Feanor and the Kinslaying now that I've read the Silmarillion all the way through. He needed to keep him angry, and that led to the murder of several Teleri, and that changed the course of, we'll say, international relations amongst the elves in Middle-earth for generations. Anyway, let me know if there's any like good entertainment podcasts to listen to where they're funny and chill about stuff and talking about things they like. I listen to Perch, Comics by Perch. He does analysis of the industry. A lot of his stuff is informed by the fact that he owns or did own a comic shop for years. And then Zach recommended Casually Comics. It's a girl named Sasha. I listened to 1 or 2 of her live streams, and those aren't for me, but her other videos where she's expounding on lore and explaining different runs and stuff, it's cool to find people who are passionate about something that are speaking knowledgeably about it and sharing that. It's kind of what I try to do with book recommendations. My last couple, though, have kind of fallen flat. Yesterday I was driving home and I was tired, and I was trying to talk about The Supernaturalist by Owen Colfer. And I don't think I made a damn lick of sense, so I'm going to have to re-record that one. I'll probably do a write-up on Substack and then read it based off of that. At the end of the day, we are finding things that we love and sharing them. I'm going to try to finish Witchy Eye this month over the next couple of days, and then find something else to listen to as well. Oh, also, I did a video, or I did a community post about this on the main channel, but I got my copy of the illustrated Hunger Games, and I really hope that they finish the series of those. They've done a couple of different, like, specialized illustrated whatever editions of Harry Potter, and they've always fizzled out around the 3rd or 4th book, just because selling a big hardcover, full-color illustrated book is expensive, and even for the Potterheads, that's a good chunk, especially if it's for a book that they already own. And so interest dies with each successive book. I'm hoping that's not the case with the Hunger Games. This one wasn't prohibitively expensive. I got it for about $22 off of Amazon. And fantastic artwork. Great use of light value, hatching, details, just beautiful. And it certainly gave a more immersive visualization compared to certain elements that they used for the movies. Still liked the first movie, really loved the second movie, didn't care for the next 2. And I think I can die happy never watching that Songbirds and Snakes movie. It's just weird. It must be This must be how it felt to love disco in the '80s, or to have. We'll say, let me correct that. To have loved disco in the '70s, and then the '80s came along, and there were some guys that were still trying to keep disco going. It's like no, like some things have broad popularity for a while, and then they go back to being kind of niche or whatever. I'm still loving the Hunger Games books and what Suzanne Collins is doing with it. I don't care so much for like a studio representation and all of that. So hey, I just don't go see it. Imagine not making 43 videos about something you hate and why. Could never be me. Kidding, it could be me. It is me. Anyway, rant over. Hopefully the caffeine kicks in and I don't hate myself too hard for the next couple of hours. Let's get Friday behind us. Drive safe. See you out there.